Hello and welcome back to Visit Fylde Coast. We're at South Shore in Blackpool, and as you can see it's looking a little bit overcast. It seems to be blowing from inland. It's sort of coming that way, and there's been a few spots of rain, but I don't know what you'll think. Looking at the sky, it looks to me like it's going to tip it down, but never mind, that doesn't matter because at the moment it's quite warm. It's quite warm and it's not raining, so that's the important bit. So we're going to go and have a look. As you can see, we're at the side of the sandcastle and the pleasure beach. So we're going to go and have a look at some proposed rides for South Pier and the things that are there already today. So that's what we're going to go and have a look at now. And then we'll keep you posted when we see any signs of life and any signs of anything actually happening. So if you're new in these parts, make sure that you've subscribed, make sure that you've hit the bell for notifications, and don't forget to subscribe, sign up for your free Visit Fylde Coast email newsletter. You can get it at visitfyldecoast.info/newsletter, and in it you'll find lots of interesting information, events, what's on, and everything you ever wanted to know every week straight to your inbox. Right, let's go and have a look, shall we, and see what's occurring. So Blackpool South Pier was the third one of three to be built, and it was originally called Victoria Pier after Queen Victoria, because at the time Central Pier was South Pier. Are you following that? Does that make sense? And it was renamed South Pier in 1930. Not quite sure why they decided to change the names. I suppose it makes more sense. It's easier to understand and work out, isn't it? So work on building it began in 1892 and it opened on Good Friday, the 31st of March 1893. That's a bit of a while ago, isn't it? Look, you can see the flags on top. You can see it's blowing the other way. And it had a grand pavilion at the other end of it. We're going to go and have a walk down the pier. So I'll show you where the Grand Pavilion used to be. Let's go over here and we'll take some pictures. We'll take some pictures of it. So like everything else in Blackpool, whose motto is progress, it's changed a lot over the years. The front of it's changed. Last time it was yellow, now it's black and grey, as is everything, black and grey. The rides, it's waving at me. The rides, the theatres, the amusements, the attractions, everything that's on the pier has changed a lot over the years. And now the owners, the Sedgwicks, are wanting to put 2 new rides up. So they've applied for planning permission for rides at the north, which is this side, and at the south, which is this side, for two new attractions, if I can get my teeth right. One is a star flyer, and the other one is a new log flume. You might remember there used to be a log flume at this side here, and it was removed some years ago. So you always need to look at yellow notices on lampposts. So there you go, application for erection of a star flyer on the south side of South Pier and a log flume on the north side. So they're going to put, if it's passed, the log flume at this side and the star flyer at this side. So it's like the one that they put up at Christmas by the Sea. A 77 metre high ride, so you'll be able to sit on that and watch the view over the beach and the seafront, because of course at this side of the pier there's a big area, there's a big flat area that was previously occupied by the go-karts. That's the word I'm looking for. There you go, look, it's a great big flat space. So obviously that's perfect for something like the Star Flyer. This is a flat bouncy castle. There used to be a log flume at the north side, but it was removed after a retrospective planning application failed. So they're proposing that these rides are going to operate from the 1st of April to the 31st of October. And as you can see, all the amusements are open at the front of the pier. Despite the grey sky, it's the 12th of June today as I'm filming this. So another couple of weeks, everything's open on the pier at weekends, but another couple of weeks and it'll all be open midweek as well as we start the main summer season. So this is one of the illuminations displays. So I would imagine that the land that's blocked off with the concrete blocks is part of the pier's curtilage as opposed to the general promenade. That's obviously going into Blackpool Airport. That's very loud, isn't it? Very loud. I wonder if that's one of the ones that flies backwards and forwards to Walney, to the shipyards at Barrow even. It's a lovely view from here. See straight across all Blackpool seafront. It's very clear. Goodness. There's no haze at all. The Coast Guards out on the little buggies making sure everybody's behaving. They look like they're going around there to tell them to get off the edge of the water. That's how you get washed in, that. Another plane. Goodness, it's busy today. People think that because it's not taking passenger flights to Spain that the airport is not much cop, but it's actually very busy with commercial flights and it's actually quite profitable now. It didn't used to be. Right, so as we said, people are closed because it's midweek, so a lot of the stalls and things are not actually open at the minute, but they will all be open at the weekend. I think they're all open on a Friday. They'll all be open at the weekend and they'll all be in full swing for the school holidays in summer. So this is where they're putting the Starflyer, which makes perfect sense really when you look at it, because it's a huge, huge area. Look at the size of that. It's enormous. And just look at the water, because it's blowing offshore. It's clean. You can see right down against the steps. It's amazing. It's the sand that makes it look dirty, because it kicks up into the water and colours it sand coloured. This is a nice little sun trap when it's a nice day. The good thing about coming and doing this midweek, of course, is that there's not all the music blaring, which is all copyrighted, and then I try to do a video and you get it blocked, which is no good at all. Ice creams, amusements. Let's go this way. Can you imagine anybody wanting to dive or jump off a pier? You need your head testing, wouldn't you? I think. Last time I came down here, they got this corner fenced off. They were doing some repair work. They look like they've done some work on this gin garden. That's very nice lettering on that side. I wonder where they got that from. Like that. Entrance. I'm getting into a habit of looking at how everybody's done the signage and the lighting and the shop fittings. It's terrible. It's terrible. So we're getting down to the business end of the pier now. And like other piers all over the country, South Pier has seen its fair share of fires and tragedies. And there used to be a pavilion at this end of the this end of the pier, round about probably where we are now, to be honest. And it was ravaged by fire multiple times, and it became a theatre. Been painting long. Then it became a theatre, and in January 1998 it was replaced by the Crazy Mouse and the Adrenaline rides, which we are looking at now. So by Saturday there'll all be another plane. Goodness me, it is busy. By Saturday this will be packed out with people all making themselves feel sick. Crazy Mouse, there you go. Opened in 1998. Well, after 1998. And South Pier is the shortest. In fact, when you stand here, you can see how much shorter Central Pier is than North. And can you remember the little fishing jetty on the end of North Pier that used to, it sort of dropped down a level and it stuck out a really long way? I can remember it washing away, the last bit of it, when I was a kid, when we used to come on holiday. And that was horrible. I think I went on it about once and said never again. And then, of course, there's this metal thing here. Shall we have a walk on this and see if I can throw myself up? Yes, I don't know whether I dare. It's very, very, very deep drop. Look at this seagull down here eating barnacles on the pier leg. He's not bothered, is he? Yeah, it's the shortest of the three piers at 488 foot 10 inches. And it's also the widest to include the space for what were the pavilions. Now then, dare I go down here? Diving or jumping is prohibited, I ask you. Dare I go down here? Oh, it feels strong enough. I mean, it must be strong enough to hold the weight of all this. Thundering round at 90 miles an hour umpteen times a day. I don't think I'll bother. I'm not very brave, am I? Oh, it's horrible. Oh, it's really, really horrible. Look, it's ever such a long way down. Look, can you see down there? Oh! No, I'll pass on that. I'm not that brave. This is bad enough. We'll stop here. Light belt. So that's South Pier on a quiet day. We'll come back on a busy day. Another day. This is the gin house. This is where you come to watch your sports and enjoy sitting in the sunshine. This is on the west side of the pier, so it's in all the sun all day long. That sounds like Wimbledon. Oh no, it's not. It's golf. It's the US Open. I thought it was the tennis. My pal Lizzie is watching tennis this week. I don't do sport really of any shape, form or variation. Not my bag. Just look at that wave. That's amazing, that. Look how it's going along the edge of the sea wall. Rippling from one end to the other. Pigeons are all coming looking to see what there is. Oh, a butterfly. Right, back round the other side. Oh, I think there's some rain coming. It's ever so warm. Ever so warm. So I hope you've enjoyed that little look around South Pier, what there is here today and what might be on its way next. And until next time, we will see you later. Bye for now.